Wearing my clothes in combination like this, I feel like I'm in my fucking early 20s again, experiencing what I would like to call being a Pokemon professor. Like, I fucking feel like Professor Rose over here or some shit. Ugh, terrible, terrible ideas. Well, a lot of you have been asking for a video talking about cards that I think you should probably pick up, and I am here to reward you on that fantastic concept. So today we're going to talk about the top things I think you should have from this year's Mega Pack. Remember, Professor Rose here. Alright, let's dig into this. Kittens are now in full swing, and that means playset, cheap cards, things you should probably pick up, blah, 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 blah. First thing I think you should have in your arsenal is the Mekk-Knights. Purple and blue have now become extremely affordable. Even if a ban list hits, I think this is just something that you should have laying around. I've been saying for a little while between meta discussions and other things that the Mekk-Knight engine can become relevant at literally any time. It's kind of dependent on the metagame, but now we've got these cards reprinted, and that means more availability to you as a budget player. Because I don't want to be caught in a situation where Mekk-Knights can become relevant again, and we could be facing another $20 purple Nightfall. Because of this, I think staying ahead of the game, spending $5, $7 a piece on the Mekk-Knights themselves doesn't really bother me that much. Trying to get my play set and things. The only other real things you're going to need to get are maybe Alistairs, but Alistairs are still floating around that $20 range until something explosive kind of pops out of the open. I think that this would be a very good investment. I don't foresee them reprinting the Mekk-Knights again anytime soon. We haven't had a gold edition in a while, and unless they do something crazy in the advent calendar later this year, these card prices are going to be much more affordable than they have been in probably a very long time. But for a very good, consistent engine, for something that you can have laying around and have access to at any time, I definitely think that the Mekk-Knight, just even as an intermediate player, like, this is a stepping stone. You just got to figure out how to play the deck and you'll be fine. I've seen even the shittiest of variants have some sort of luck. It's all just kind of dependent on the player and how they want to approach the deck as a whole. So just kind of something to keep in mind. Now, with reprint season comes other reprints. Who fucking knew? Spellbook of Knowledge. So I've seen this engine kind of fall to the wayside. Actually, it's pretty much disappeared from the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I was kind of wondering if it was because Spellbook of Knowledge was just too damn expensive. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the Mekk-Knight engine. I've seen people continue to play the Spellbook engine in a lot of decks, being able to pop off Alistair, being able to just draw cards. And you know what? They're not fucking $12 a copy anymore. As a rogue player that loves spellbooks, post their destruction, and I mean wholeheartedly after they were not tier 0 anymore and they were more of a consistent engine, Knowledge would have been great back in the day. But as a splashable draw engine and somebody that likes playing a lot of decks that just would love to have it as a draw engine, I think having a couple of Spellbook of Knowledges laying around for combo ability, for just the more rogue deck building. I mean, hell, you never know when the fuck you're going to want to build Dark Magician. I'll be honest with you. I've heard that be told to me a lot more this week than I think I should have. It's like, hey, I want to build Dark Magician. Hey, what do you think of Dark Magician? I even went into locals randomly to pick up something, and somebody was there asking me about Dark Magician support. That's 3 times in 1 week. That's 3 times more than it ever should be. So I think it's worth denoting now that Knowledge has become much cheaper, much more readily available, and once again, you never know when you're going to want to build Dark Magician. I kind of have that hankering to go into our playset box now and try to build Dark Magician, just because the universe is telling me, hey, maybe it's fucking time, Robbie. Maybe you want to go play Diabolus the Mind Hacker again and try to never make it because there are just better options. This is what I go through on a daily basis. Next up is Elemental Hero Solid Man. Now, this probably isn't relevant to 95% of you, but If you're one of the very few people that still think that Stratos could come back in another time, well, good fucking news for you. We just got Solid Man. Now, Solid Man replaces Goblinberg in the deck because he's an elemental hero and does what Goblinberg does. What a fucking shocker, right? And he doesn't go to defense mode. Out of all the 10 promos this year, I think this is literally the only one to get besides, the Junk Speeder, because infinite people think that there are infinite ways to make Omegas, Cosmic Blazer. There are combo videos on the internet for that. But as somebody that loves heroes and somebody that literally just wants to see Stratos come back, I think Solid Man is a very solid investment. I'm not saying go out and buy 300 copies of them because it's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard, but if you want a playset because you love heroes as a rogue metagame choice, then this is something that you need to have in your arsenal for the future. Even if Stratos doesn't come back, I still think the cool things that the deck can do, in general, are still very, very good. Solid Man fixed one problem we had, which was the need to special summon more monsters. It was just a very good designed card at the time, and I mean, we've now approached, Jaden's birthday was a couple of days ago, and then to top things off, when Karibo's birthday was the day after, so it's kind of cool that we finally got Solid Man over here about the time of Jaden's birthday. So take it for what it is. I'm sure dedicated hero players will tell me that the card is either shit or they love the card. I honestly heard different opinions for it, but I think the card's a staple, honestly. Now, the next one is one of those don't be caught with your pants down. So, recently, the OCG, I was reading a couple of articles from people who was talking about Inspector Border just starting to go up in price. And we were actually seeing the trend over here, too. People were starting to pick up Borders, and then Border got the reprint. Now we're at this point to where we have a 2000 stun-based monster that stops your opponent from using effects. Altergeist cite it. We have stun players that main it. Card's broken as fucking True Draco. So we've reached this point now that there are more copies available, and because there was already a hype going around for this card before this current point in time, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, yeah, that's right. People are going to continue to slowly eat out the market, and the readily available copies of Inspector Border are going to slowly disappear. They will. I wouldn't be surprised at some point if Inspector Border doesn't become a $5 card again. What Inspector does for the competitive side of the game is absolutely insane, and honestly, it's kind of weird that a year later, Inspector Border, the power that he has in him is starting to kind of come back onto the metagame. Do not be caught with your pants down. Of anything of the most important things on this list, I think Inspector Border and the Mech Knights are predominantly the most important, if I had to say what you need to absolutely have. As a competitive player, I can tell you that Inspector Border was one of the first things I went and got, just because I read the card and I'm like, this is dumb. Like, why would I not want to have this for when it's good? So, definitely something important. Floodgate cards. Have we not learned our lesson about these? Look at the fucking price of Goes Match now. Banisher of the Radiance, Fossil Diner, Seeker Fossil Diners are done. Original quantities, original values of these cards. I wouldn't be surprised if Inspector gets 8 more reprints, but if it has the potential to become relevant now, it just means later on it could be there. Now, those are the 4 big ones. Now, this has been asked to me as a question, and it has been, Robbie, do you think it is worth it to pick up Evenly Matched at this current point in time? And I'm going to answer the question like this. 1, do you plan on playing competitively anytime soon? 2, do you need Evenly Matched? Are you comfortable with spending the $18 to $21 price tag that is on Evenly Matched? If you can answer no to any of these, or you feel that you need the card, then pick them up. But because Evenly Matched could potentially get another reprint as a common somewhere along the way, I'm kind of afraid to touch them myself. If you've already got your playsets or you're missing one, then sure, absolutely, it's fine. You complete your playset. It's fine. But if you think that you need them, then absolutely pick them up. So what the Megatins are for, they're there to make you know, these cards become more readily available to the player base as a whole, and while affecting the secondary market and just trying to lower the prices. So I'm trying to say, in general, I don't think Evenly Matched is a great pickup, ironically, because I think these are the top pickups. But I think that the player base kind of has this need that they need the card. I've been Evenly Matched all format. My life sucks every time it happens. But it's not impossible to play around. The card's powers kind of calm down a little bit. I still think the card needs to be limited. Oh, absolutely. But I don't know, the explosiveness and the disruption that the card had going for it's kind of become lackluster. What a shocker. So guys, this is my discussion video on the top pickups from the Megatins 2018 edition. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me how wrong I am. If I missed a gem or two, I'd love to hear it in the comment section. And guys, peace out. Have a good rest of your day, honestly. You deserve it. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.